Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Through with a Splash of Tea, a podcast where we either speak to brilliant people, do this thing one-on-one, or have best friend chats with my best friend T. I'm Cass.
And I'm T. Let's get into it.
All right, T, what are we talking about today?
So today I want to talk about social media, life before, and like everything that falls underneath that. Kind of like what social media has done to the newer generations, how our generation lived a completely different life than these kids. And I think social media entitles them. So,
yeah. And I think social media entitles them.
They're entitled. And yeah, we can get into that.
All right, let's start off first with how we grew up. And by we mean millennials. Yes. The average millennial.
Mm-hmm. We all grew up the same.
How we grew up and how it was. So go ahead.
I think social media definitely showed us that we all grew up the same, like when it comes to memes and stuff like that, because someone will, I don't know who creates the memes, but somebody somewhere will create a meme and we can all relate. And it's just like, how are we all living the same life in different households?
Like how?
It's crazy.
I love it.
But I think we had the best childhood as millennials.
But compared to who? Compared to who else? What other generation?
I'm guessing the ones that come after us. Like, I mean,
what about boomers?
My mama too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Boomers had it tough.
I saw a post that named all the generations. Baby boomer was not my mom. That ended in like 64 or something. And then the next one was like generation. Then they all started being called generation. Hers is like generation something
else. I'm gonna pull it up.
It's on the wealth page on Instagram. That's where I just saw it. I saw it yesterday. So anyway, yeah. So our childhood, we would go outside, okay, and we would make fun with what was outside: the dirt, the trees, sticks and rocks.
This doesn't sound as fun as you claim.
Okay, I'm being a little dramatic. But like we would ride bikes, scooters, like run around, true. all the neighborhood kids. Yes. After school, we would, or like in the summertime, we're outside.
Yes.
And we're not going back inside because that would mean that we can't go back outside.
Yes. to go inside for just some water. Like I just need some water.
I need to hydrate. Some water.
And I've been holding it because I don't want whoever's inside to trap me in there. So I've been holding this, but now I'm parched. And I need what?
Water.
What do you need?
Water.
And I need it, and I just sprinted inside, trying to be fast so nobody can see me.
Past any adult.
Grabbed it, drank it. It's the best water I've ever had in my life. It doesn't matter if it's a million degrees. As I'm sprinting out, just as I grab the door, something grabs me by the collar.
Like,
it's my mommy or my auntie.
You can't go back out. Oh, no, you're done. How am I done?
What did I do to be done?
And what is there to do inside? Because all you're going to do is start yelling at me about doing things. Like, what can I do inside?
Please, just let me go.
Let me go back outside.
Please.
And then after you did have a full day of being outside, when you'd come back inside and then your parents would be like, you smell like outside. I used to be like, what does outside smell like, Mom? I'm outside. Like, obviously, no, I didn't say this to her, but like, what does outside smell like? As an adult now, I know exactly what outside smells.
You smell like outside.
You smell like outside.
You need to go hop in the shower because you smell like outside, but I'm happy we're outside.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, sometimes, and I'm not saying that all kids, like, don't play outside. Like, sometimes I'll be driving and I'll pass certain neighborhoods and I'll see kids playing outside. I love to see it.
Yes.
I'm just like, you're enjoying life.
Like your childhood.
Like, yeah, like, this is what it is. Like, it's not about being on a device and just losing your freaking brain in this device. Like, that's all they do. They
becoming
just
a zombie
to the screen. It's like your poor eyes. You're not even fully developed yet. No, for real. Like, eyes. You poor thing.
I know.
They get iPads at like 4.
I know.
Cassandra, when did I get my first iPad?
But
when did I get my first iPad? How old was I?
What birthday was that?
My 21st birthday.
Oh.
When you made me go on a little treasure hunt.
That was fun.
That was for me. I mean, for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think more for me.
Yeah, to watch me. Like, I'm like, I don't know where it is.
We played hot and cold. That was fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna go down the generations, but I wanted to say something else. Mm-hmm. Ask me if I remember what I wanted to say.
Oh yeah, you don't.
Okay, so the generations. All right, the greatest generation, which is kind of a dope name. The greatest generation, 1901 to 1927.
And it's like, what made them the greatest?
I know. Who comes up with these? Who's in charge of coming up with the names?
Yeah, and it's like, when was there ever a vote? Like, why am I called a millennial? I didn't get to vote on that.
It must be what it means. No, because what does that mean applied to? Anyways, stop. The silent generation, 1928 to 1945. Baby boomers, 1946 to 1964. But that's not Ma.
No, Ma was 70. So
okay, Generation X.
Okay, yes.
Generation X, 1965 to 1980.
Yep.
Millennial, 1981 to 1996. Woo, woo.
That's us. Okay.
Or Millennial or Generation Y. Sometimes we're called Generation Y.
Oh, are we?
I guess.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because X, mom, Y, us, and then Z is the next one. Yeah.
Wow. 1997 to 2010, or Generation Z or iGen. That's cool.
iGen.
And then Generation Alpha, which I think is the dopest generation name. Generation Alpha, which is 2010 2024.
Yeah, but you see the picture?
Nug's gonna be a Generation Alpha. There is no photo. Oh no, this is. I just got out of the thing.
Like on Wealth, they had like pictures for every generation. Generation Alpha was a little kid sitting on the couch in a phone. No. And it was just so terrible to see. It's just like, damn, like we didn't have phones like my first phone was a Nokia track phone, and I had minutes. And like I would run through the minutes.
What? The way that minutes would be done with the quickness?
So fast. And you know what else is funny? How we were able to type on the, like, I'm going. These fingers were going. I had to press the freaking 2-3 times to get a C. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but we were pros.
But we,
what?
Bro.
You can tell me nothing. In class, staring at the professor. Got it. Got a paragraph, sending it to you.
I know exactly what to do.
What?
We, like, memorized it.
Yeah.
I liked that we had a little bit more of a little struggle. Like, I feel like it's so easy now.
You know what I also think about, though? That they don't have anything to compare it to.
No.
Their child is their child. So our childhoods, like, we think it's great, but what if boomers are like, their childhoods were trash, our childhoods were really great with the sticks and stuff?
I think they probably do, you know?
But I've never heard that. I've never heard a boomer say that.
I really only hear, like, 90s kids, like, talking about our childhood. And I mean, that's probably because that's who we follow on social media, and like that's what we talk about. Yeah. Like, that's what we can relate to. But I don't know, my mama don't ever be like, oh, my childhood was great. She's like, all I did was clean, like a real Asian lady. Cook and clean. All I did was cook, clean, and watch TV. So let's talk about TV and like how TV's even
the
different.
TV experience.
Like, being a child and like, okay, a Disney movie was coming on and you knew, like, it was a special premiere. It was Friday night, 8:00, boom. You and your cousins, your friends, whatever, would all sit on the couch. We would all hang out, wait for for 8:00 to hit for the show to start. There's no moving. There's no moving. I can't pause this. The luxury that we have now, and I feel like as adults, like, no, I deserve that luxury, but y'all kids need to get it out the mud, okay? There was no pausing unless we were watching a VHS. There was no rewinding. There was none of that. So a bathroom break, you're holding it until the first commercial. And then you don't even know how long the commercials are. Because at the top of TV now, and it says ad, like it has a little countdown, like 40 seconds. You know, okay, I got 40 seconds.
40 seconds.
Back in the day, we didn't know. So we would all be all like talking like, okay, when it goes to the first commercial break, you have to go get a snack, go get the drinks. I'm going to run to the bathroom. Like, we had set jobs.
Like, get me the Cheetos, get me the Cheetos. I'm not going to have any hands. I can't get the Cheetos. You have to get the Cheetos.
You have to, like, what do you mean? This is a team effort. I'm not missing a second of this movie because they're not going to play. They're going to play it all weekend, but they're not going to play it again for, like, you know, it's not about to come on again right after.
And I'm watching it right now, and I don't want to miss anything.
Fast forward to the part that I'm about to miss. So no, we need a game plan, and that's what needs to be. Like,
And then everyone had their position. Like you had the runner who was gonna do it, and then you had the people that were still watching, the watchers,
to make sure to let you know,
like it's coming back on, it's coming back.
You better
once
run
it goes
for your
dark,
life.
and
you better run for your life.
it goes dark, and then the TV show or the movie starts to fade in. You're like, it's on, and you're sprinting for your existence.
Dashing.
You're an Olympian.
Yeah.
Now you're in the Olympics.
It was.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I mean, in the time we had nothing to compare it to either.
Yes.
So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. It's just like, this is life. this is life. And this is how we have to get
this is what we
through
do.
it. Yeah. It was fine. Whatever. I had a grand old time. I think back to it like, wow, like, yeah, that was fun.
That was an experience. That's one I actually often speak about with my sister. We always talk about the TV one. Like, do you remember the TV days?
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
like I don't know if this is considered a good thing or a bad thing nowadays, probably bad, but like the TV was so much of our childhood. Like the TV was your babysitter. The TV would like coddle you when you're sad. The TV would do so much, obviously entertain you.
Yeah.
Like the TV was like another sibling. Like you were always just watching TV. And now we have streaming, but it's less camaraderie around what we watch to entertain, I feel.
Yeah.
Like the TV in the early 2000s was everything.
And I feel like, that was also us being in front of a screen all the time.
Yeah.
But we didn't have access to things outside of like what was being shown. You know what I mean? Like kids now, like you can, like YouTube wasn't a thing yet.
Yes.
So what year was it that YouTube came out? Like 2000. I can't remember. I knew the year once upon a time, but whatever. But like, I just feel like now they have so much access to things that we never had access to until we were older. Yeah. So that also kind of like makes them older.
Yeah. They mature so quickly.
Yeah.
Or they think they're maturing quickly, but it's like the reason that you actually get the maturity and get the wisdom is going through the experience and like the journey. Yeah. You haven't had the journey yet and you're watching this video on Instagram. No journey,
yeah.
Like, or on TikTok, like I know how to do, you don't know nothing yet.
Yeah.
You're going to know, but just not yet.
Of course. And there's pros and cons to it. You know, like it's great that they can search something up. Like you see like 7-year-old makeup artists and braiders and like, it's like at the click of a button, you can look at somebody doing something and giving a tutorial. That's great, but it also can expose them to things that aren't real as well.
Yes.
Like I feel like, my little sister Naziah, she wants, like the new kids want everything designer. It's like They
Hold on now.
Oh, like I want this. Naziah asked me for a gallery department shirt. I'm like, you're 15. I think when she asked me, she was like 14.
Wait, how much is gallery department?
Go ahead.
No, I don't want to Google it. I want you to tell me. Should I Google it? Is it that much?
Gallery
crazy?
And then I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, gallery department. Like I've seen people, like I've seen it, the logo. Yeah. Or the words
it's very
on
minimalist.
Something.
It gives like you got it from an art gallery. That's very minimalist.
Like, okay. I looked it up. A hat is like one something.
Oh, wow.
So I'd be like, Naziah, like, who do you think I am? We got the same mama. It's like, what family did you think I was born into? Like, I don't care, entrepreneur or not. I don't care how many clients you think you be seeing me have. Don't ask me for gallery department. Like, we did, like, at her age, yes, of course, we wanted the latest Jordans, the latest Nikes and stuff, but they skipped that. They skipped, like, regular designer. They just go straight into, like, designer. I was like, girl, you ain't getting it from me. This girl's obsessed with essentials. Yeah. And I'm like, you know how essentials is, okay, I like essentials, but essentials is so minimalist. And it's like, okay, you got an essential shirt. I was like, Naziah, they're neutral colors. And it says the word on it. That's all. I was like, they don't ever have no like graphic tees, like nothing. Yeah. You be wanting me to pay $160 for a hoodie.
And she wants everything. All of it. I'd like one of everything on the website, please. Like, girl.
And it's just because of what they see, though. Yeah. So that I say all that to bring it back to like this is what they see online. They see people wearing these. They see celebrity or influencers being getting sponsors to wear this stuff, and it's just like, oh, I want that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But not really understanding like how that's not easily attained for the average Joe.
Yeah,
it's like, damn.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some back in the day socials that we used to love.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about it. We're going to start strong.
What's the number one?
Well, I don't know if my number one's going to be your number one.
Let's try it.
All right, say it on three. One, two, three. AIM.
MySpace.
Girl, I had a feeling you were going to say MySpace.
I did not think you were going to say AIM. I thought we were totally on the same page. But AIM was the what? AIM was the shit.
So, okay. So for the Gen Zers, that's what they are, right? Gen Z. For the Gen Zers, tell them like what AIM was in layman terms.
Texting with a screen name. Like
on the computer. AIM was essentially DMing.
Yes.
But you had a program to simply DM.
Honestly, you made a screen name.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what my very first one was.
Say it. You must say it.
I honestly didn't think of it. Like, and I don't know if I didn't have I think I had a computer, but I'm not sure why. I was at my friend's house and she was like, "You don't have an AIM?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "We're going to make you one." And then she was like, "What do you want your screen name to be?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Like, this is so much pressure. I haven't had any time to think about it." And she was like, "Okay, we're going to make it Lil Tisha 94. Who the First of all, Lil Tisha, like I'm a rapper. And then 94, like, why does my birth year have to, like, it was so corny. But that was my first screen name. So yeah, you just made a screen name. You could talk to people, but you also could have like away messages. So like if somebody sent you a message and you were on away, then your away message would automatically pop up and be like, BRB, and you know the way we used to type, like.
Yes. But still, they still do it. They still do it today.
They type
different words.
BRB, mom's making me clean. Leave me a message, like, you know. So, AIM was definitely had us in a chokehold.
Yes.
I loved AIM.
Yes. AIM was amazing.
And the sound that's so nostalgic is when like the door would
close
open or close.
Either
or, like, and then like your best friend's freaking screen name would pop up at top, instantly clicking it, like,
what's going on? And don't let me be out of school that day. Don't let me had missed the day of school. I need everything. I need all the full rundown.
Yeah. I'm waiting for 2:30.
What?
For you to give me a full update.
Like a fiend.
I loved AIM.
It was good.
And then when they gave us sidekicks.
What?
AIM on a sidekick.
You introduced me to the sidekick. It was you because I was like, I didn't. Yeah. And then I was like,
phone in it?
Was I flip phone? I might have been. The Razor had my heart for a little bit.
The Razor, I wanted that phone so bad.
Yeah. That was, yeah.
Like, no one wants phones anymore now. It just has to be an iPhone. It's like, if you don't have an iPhone, you're not, like.
Yeah. Well, no, the Samsung people.
Oh, yeah. Some Androiders are very.
Okay, have you experienced the Samsung camera?
Their phones are better than iPhones. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah,
our phones look better. Like, okay, we got blue text messages. Like, you know, fancy emojis. But, like, they're the quality, like, the like, technology and intelligence behind their phone is, their camera's stupid.
Top notch. Top notch. Like, top notch. We're blindly buying.
Yeah.
A label.
Okay, we got blue text messages, like, you know, fancy emojis. But, like, they're the quality, like, the like, technology and intelligence behind their phone is, their camera's stupid.
Top notch. Top notch.
Like,
top notch. Top notch. We're blindly buying.
Yeah.
A label.
But yeah, so AIM, I made new screen names all the time. I remember that being a thing where my friends would be like, "You have a new one again?" Yeah, I had mad of them. I had Gangsta Tisha. I was not a gangsta.
Gangsta Tisha on the block.
Had Nathishia XO because that's my real name. I had so many. I don't know why I changed them all the time.
Constant switch up.
You know, like as I grew a little bit, like, you know, this year I'm a little, you know,
I'm grown now.
Like, I'm a little, you know. Another one that we mentioned,
MySpace. What?
We were graphic designers at the age of like 13.
Web designers. You're welcome. That should be on my resume.
My page, you go to my page, my songs start playing. I had words falling.
Yeah, your page was like crazy.
Once I learned
MySpace was crazy. She should have worked for Google.
Once I learned the coding,
it was insane. T was minimalist before minimalist was minimalist, okay? The only thing is that you didn't do like the nudes, the browns or whatever. You would do like black or whatever. But her MySpace page, you would go on there, there'd be like 4 things. One would be her profile picture. The other one would be like a top. Yeah. The other one would be like raining words or raining lyrics. Yeah, maybe a song. And like maybe one other graphic. And that was it.
That's it. I loved it to be so plain.
It was so plain. But it was dope. You went on there and it was like, this is so fucking
People used to ask me like, how did you do that? I was like, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, gatekeeping was like such a thing. Like, I'm not going to tell you.
Yes. Gatekeeping was always, that's something that's, stood the test of time.
I'll do it for you.
That stood the test of time.
But yeah, your top 8, or you can change it. It can be like, I think it was up to like 16 or something like that. But like, piss me off today.
What?
When I go home, you will move from 3 to 6.
Real quick. I'll go right one. I won't even shut the front door and I'll already done switched you up. So there was a time right after school, you rented your computer, you hopped on AIM.
Yeah.
And then it became a time you rented your computer right after school, you hopped on MySpace.
Yeah.
Were we really better?
I feel like MySpace was better.
Less accessibility, like you said.
Yes, less accessibility for sure.
For sure. And less time. No, because I'd spend all day.
In the summertime, I mean, but also like when internet first became a thing, you couldn't be on the internet and on the phone at the same time. So like our parents was not going for it. Not going for it. My mother would rather run her mouth and scream to Haiti like she's not on the phone with
do right, if that makes sense, because she's paying the nowadays. Yeah, I dare you.
I get it. You paid the bill. I'm all the way there. I'm there. I'm there now. I have morphed into my mother.
Yeah.
So I understand. But like
that's just what it was. So we didn't get the chance. We didn't
get sometimes I come home, my mom's on the phone. I have to wait.
Damn.
And you can't access it on your phone the way you could on a computer. And then we had the fatback computers.
Yes.
You know, with like a mouse and stuff. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, let me get my iPad.
All right, we need to talk about the other socials real quick. So we did MySpace, we did AIM. What else did we have? Formspring.
Whoever created it is shiesty.
A troll. The king of trolls.
Yeah.
Or queen of trolls.
That was like trolling before we gave trolling a name.
Yeah, that was definitely that. So trolling's always been around too.
Yeah.
That was important.
That was like, oh yeah, let me anonymously tell you about yourself that I don't like. And yeah, I'm going to keep it anonymous. And then you would just be arguing with a stranger.
You would literally be arguing with a stranger.
Yeah. And it's like, maybe you're not a stranger to my life, but you're anonymous right now. So I don't know who you are.
You're so much of a coward, you can't even tell me who you are in order to say whatever you have to say.
Say it with your chest like they be saying nowadays.
Say it with your chest.
With all of your chest.
Tumblr.
I was never a Tumblr girly, but you were.
I was.
So is Tumblr? I never really understood Tumblr. What? I had a few friends that liked Tumblr.
Lindsay?
Yes.
Lindsay was
oh my gosh,
the Tumblr girl.
She loved Tumblr. Yeah. But is Tumblr like similar to Pinterest?
Yeah. Oh, so when you log on to your home, it was like everybody you followed and things that were suggested. And then once you like pinned something on your Tumblr or something, then it created this waterfall of
all the things that
you're interested in.
Okay.
Yes. I loved it so much.
I never got into it. You always loved Tumblr.
Yeah.
I never really got into it.
Facebook.
And remember when we used to like have a weekend of going out? Yeah, this is like older in our teenage years, but like we'd have a weekend of going out and we'd take mad pictures. Every single picture was posted on Facebook in an album.
We make an album.
Oh. And we didn't care. Like there were no filters. There wasn't like, oh my gosh, no, I don't like this picture. Like it don't matter if I caught you and and you fall into this album.
Yeah,
it's just what it is. Like, and then we started getting like editing and stuff like that, like Picasso. I loved Picasso. Oh my god,
Picasso was my ish. I would Picasso other people's pictures, send it to them.
Yeah, like look what I did to your picture. Turn it black and white and make one thing in color. What? Please blur out the background. You're not seeing me. Oh my
god. Okay, so and I know you still have them, so don't you effing lie. If you're watching this, I'm going to put some of the creations that we've created back in the day.
Our first picture ever, we Picasso'd.
Yeah, we did. We sure did. We sure did.
What else? Like now there's Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, which are great. Like I feel like there's too many though. So like I don't make an account for everything because it's just like
it's a lot. And you don't need an account for everything. Yeah. You guys, we don't need it. It's not necessary.
Like Twitter had me in a chokehold for a while when Twitter first came out. I loved Twitter.
I wish I was a Twitter girly.
I loved Twitter.
Yeah? Yeah. Well, I'm not saying like question mark because I know that you were a Twitter girl.
Yeah, I was a Twitter girl. What?
We're all about that.
I'd be tweeting in class, like arguing on Twitter. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Like I just, that Twitter. But then once I let go of Twitter, I could never get back into it the same.
You're done.
So it's been like years and years since I've been on Twitter.
So if you could only do one social media for the rest of your life, what would you do?
TikTok.
Really? I thought you were going to say Snapchat.
No, I don't really feel like, I feel like Snapchat at first was like such a big thing for me, but I don't really be snapping. Like if I snap, it's mostly in my private but no, I don't care. I don't watch people's stories, tap through.
Yeah.
Some people post too damn much and it's
That's
just like
me.
all of you're not like that on Snapchat.
Not Snap, Instagram. I post a shit ton on Instagram, but it's just like Instagram has literally become my Tumblr. I'm sorry.
But
continue.
I like Instagram. Like I like being able to share memes and stuff like that. Like Snapchat, you can't do that. It's really just me like recording my life and sharing things there. I mean, people do share memes on Snapchat, but I just be like, why?
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know. But TikTok is the funniest site. Like if I still had a Facebook, I wouldn't get rid of Facebook or TikTok.
Really?
Facebook is probably the best social media site.
Really?
The funniest things hit Facebook first.
Michelle says that all the time, but I never.
And I'm reading all 600 comments. If somebody, don't let there be an argument.
What? Don't let there be an argument.
I'm gonna read every single comment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
I feel like
nosy.
Honestly, truly. But yeah, no, TikTok has me in a chokehold. People are so funny. And I love that social media has been able to give people like a platform to show their personalities and their true selves, because some people are so funny. It's like, nah, like I'm so thankful that I stumbled across your video. Like you're so funny.
I love it. That's so true. I'd be in my bed crying at some of these videos. How did you
come up with that?
I used to, you know whose videos I used to love? Ani Marco?
Oh yeah.
But when he used to do like in Walmart.
When he first came out. Now he does like interviews and stuff like that. But
there's another guy. There's an African guy who does like funny videos on social media as well. I'm going to tag him, you guys. He is so funny. I be cackling in my bed. I think I've sent him to you.
What does he do?
He, oh my gosh, you guys are going to know who I'm talking about. So basically him and like his team act like they're interviewing him. And they act like they're interviewing him with like basic questions. Like for example, like, would you rather take $1 million or give out $10 million? He'll be like, I'll take the 11 million and I'll do better for people.
I didn't offer you both.
I didn't offer you 11 million, sir. Crying. I'll link the video below this, but I'll send it to you via DM. So good.
Like there's some funny people and like the trends and stuff. I can't get jiggy with the dances. That's not my generation. That's definitely Gen Z. They be like hitting the hip. You know, I can't do that. Like, you know, I got rhythm, but like our dancing was very different. Like kids do they go to parties anymore? Like they do, but
I think the phones ruined them.
Yeah, because everyone's sitting there like, what the hell? We made the walls sweat.
At a bashment? You was doing your thing on a wall at a bashment.
A bashment party? I be telling Zai like,
okay,
girl, you ain't never gonna like, you're never gonna know a party the way we know parties.
Ever. They'll never get it.
Yeah,
so we're gonna do an episode on bashments because we have to dive deep into that. I think that's necessary.
Oh, absolutely.
But we're going to wrap up today's episode right there. That was our little spiel about how life used to be, how life currently is.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want a part 2 of this. I feel like there's more that we could discuss. Let us know.
Yeah.
No, I want to know what other people
want to hear us talk about.
Yeah. Want to hear us talk about, but what other people's millennial grow up experience was.
Yeah.
So tell us things that you remember, but we didn't mention.
Yeah. Share your experiences. Tell us if you relate to us or if you don't, you know?
Yeah. Definitely let us know. But thanks for tuning in with us. Thanks for listening if you listened. Thanks for viewing if you watched. And catch us again.
And if you made it to the end, we appreciate it. Yeah. All
On that
streaming
note,
platforms.
Peace out, y'all.
See ya. And we're out. Cass, I told you.